Hope she ain't ailing.
Oh, no, she's in with Mr. Drysdale. She'll be right out.
Say, ain't you the girl that Shorty Kellums is so fond of?
Yes, how is the little darling?
He's getting married tomorrow.
The wedding's gonna be at our place. Would you like to come?
Oh, thank you. But I could never see Shorty married to another woman. He's so cute. We've had such fun together.
Yeah, Shorty says you two likes to go dancing.
Oh, he's a marvelous dancer. Oh, and so cuddly.
Well, you've had your last dance with little cuddling.
What a pity.
Granny, Mr. Clampett, what a pleasant surprise.
Welcome, welcome. We are honored by your presence.
Was we supposed to bring presents?
Reckon so.
No, I simply meant... Oh, come in.
Thank you.
We just dropped by to invite the both of you to Shorty's wedding.
Ah,
So he's finally marrying Alverna.
That's right.
when is the happy event?
Well, a happy event was yesterday when Shorty locked herself in your secretarial pool. The wedding's tomorrow.
At 3 o'clock. Can you come?
It's up to the chief.
Oh, we'll be there if Shorty doesn't run away again.
Oh, that's all over and done with. Shorty can't wait for the ceremony.
Really?
You ought to see him, Miss Jane. He's just like a caged bear.
Have a heart, Alverna. Let me out of that blasted bear cage.
Stop complaining about this cage. It's my wedding present from Mayor Heller.
Why couldn't he give you silver like other people?
He wisely decided this would be more useful. Oh, it's beautifully constructed. He built it himself.
Gone that Chad Heller, he has to be a blacksmith.
You got no one to blame but yourself. You had to go running away, going to see those pretty secretaries at the bank.
You call them girls pretty? Why, compared to you, they's a bunch of scarecrows.
And why'd you keep going to see him?
So I'd enjoy seeing you all the more, sweetie pie. After you look at a bunch of turkeys, you appreciate the peacock.
Oh, sure.
You gorgeous creature.
Stop that.
Your regular love got it. You drive a man wild. If I was out there, I'd grab you and kiss you.
Oh, well, if you feel that way, I'll unlock the cage.
That's my sweet baby.
And come inside with you.
Forget it. Folks will talk. I don't want to sully your lily white reputation.
You're right, dear. We'll both be strong. I'll finish preparing your lunch. I'm baking you a cake.
Put a saw in it.
What was that?
Oh, I said I saw it. It's a beauty.
I'll put the truck around back. All right, boy, but remember, don't let Shorty out of that cage.
I won't.
He's a tricky little rascal. Be careful he don't outsmart you.
Outsmart me? Did you hear that, Uncle Jed?
I heard it.
Granny, this here is a 6th grade brain. Ain't no little country rube like Shorty Kellums gonna outsmart this. I got an IQ that's way up yonder. I'm what you call a giant intellect.
All right, Giant, just don't let the man out of the cage. What's that mean when you do that?
Oh, that there is sign language.
Wonder what we was talking about.
Hey, Jethro.
Now, don't think you can get me letting you out of that cage, because you can't. Too smart for that.
Oh, I know that.
I got me a giant brain sitting up here betwixt my ears.
I bet it's a beauty. I sure would like to have me a look at it.
How would you do that?
By looking in your ear.
Can you see a brain that way?
Sure, didn't you know that?
Well, no. My eyes being on the front of my head, my ears on the side, I ain't never been able to look in at my own brain. Sure would like to see that rascal, though.
Well, unlock this door and I'll come out and take a peek and tell you what it looks like.
Oh, no. I ain't letting you out of there. I'm too smart for that.
Okay.
I'm coming in and you can take a look at my brain.
Can't wait to get a glimpse of that thing. It must be a monster brain.
Oh, yeah. Lots of folks that ain't seen it says I got the brain of a monster.
Kind of hunker down so I can get a look.
Okay?
Face this way so the light will come in the side. Now, hold real still.
Hey, what do you think
there to see you, Brain. I'm going to go get a flashlight.
Well, I wasn't supposed to let you out.
You didn't. I let myself out.
Oh. Well, in that case, Uncle Jed can't get mad at me.
Of course you can. See you later.
Hey, Shorty,
Yeah, Jethro.
Granny said not to let you outsmart me. You didn't, did you?
How could I outsmart a brain like yours?
What am I worried about?
All right, now, Shorty, you're gonna... Jethro.
Jed,
What are you doing in there?
waiting for Shorty to come back with a flashlight.
What does he need with a flashlight?
He's gonna shine it in my ear, see can he catch a glimpse of my giant brain.
He told you that?
Well, yes, sir. Can't hardly blame him for wanting to see what's inside this head.
True. Often wondered what's in there myself. All right, come on out, boy.
Well, Chief, I'm afraid I have bad news for you.
Shorty Kellums is in the secretarial pool.
How did you know?
I expected it. But this time I'm ready for him. I deputized one of my employees. And I venture to say he's under arrest at this very moment.
Listen. Don't turn me into Mrs. Drysdale. We can skip out of here and have some fun.
Sorry, Shorty, there's a reward for your arrest, and I can use it.
But, Sweetie Pie,
Besides, there's no future for me. You're getting married tomorrow.
that gives us 24 hours, baby. We'll paint the town red. We'll have the fling of fling. Burn the candle at both ends. Just dance the night away.
No sale. I need that reward. Here he is, Mr. Drysdale.
Good work, Gloria.
I accuse this officer of police brutality and cruelty.
What did she do?
You won't do nothing. That's what's so cruel.
Do I get my reward now?
We'll discuss that later. Okay, Shorty, now you're in for it.
Don't hurt him.
I'm not afraid of him. You think you're going to make me crawl in front of her, you've got another thing coming.
Let's go.
What are you going to do? Lock me in the vault, beat me at the bag of nickels? You can't scare me, Drysdale.
I'm turning you over to Alverna Bradshaw.
No, not that, please. I promise. I'll never come back. I'll never bother you again. Give me another chance. Please, no, have mercy. I can't face it. Please.
It's awful when they crack like that. Chief, look at Shorty's car. He'll certainly never escape in this.
Yeah, I'll say he won't.
It looks like the handiwork of that master blacksmith, Mr. Heller.
It is.
Well, thanks for fetching over the prisoner. I mean the groom.
I hereby remand him into your custody, Mr. Clavitt. Now, I hope you can keep him secure until the wedding.
Well, I'll do my best, but I sure am going to miss old Shad.
Mayor Heller's gone?
Yes, ma'am. He had to go back to Silver Dollar City. See, with everybody gone, the population's dropped down to 24.
I don't understand.
Well, he's got to go back to get it back up to 25 so that the town can qualify for government aid.
I wish we might have said au revoir.
Two of the most beautiful words in the whole language.
Chief, au revoir is French.
I was talking about government aid.
Well, come on in, everybody. You're just in time for the wedding rehearsal.
You mean you ain't going to put me back in the cage?
That's right. You're going to practice with Alverna, saying I do.
Put me back in the cage.
Ready, Mr. Clavitt and Bride?
I'm ready.
Ready, willing, and action. Very well. Best man will enter with groom.
If I'm going to be handcuffed to the best man, could we get one with shorter legs?
Do walk more slowly, Jethro.
Can't we skip this and rehearse the part where we eat?
Do not rehearse the reception, Jethro. Now, when Mr. Clavitt reaches your side, you will unlock the manacle from your wrist and handcuff the groom to the bride.
Don't you even trust me to stick around during the ceremony?
Orders are orders. Now, Mr. Clavitt, when you give the bride away, well, perhaps I'd better come up there and explain it to you.
Jethro, we best rehearse the part where you unlock the handcuff.
Good idea. Did she say to unlock yours or mine?
Mine.
Hey.
Oh, say, Jethro, look up there.
Huh?
The way the shadow hits that wall, it looks exactly like a girl taking a sunbath.
Well, I don't see it.
Keep looking. It'll take shape.
Shorty, doggone darned if I can see a girl up there taking a sunbath.
What's going on?
Granny, this ain't gonna be no shotgun wedding.
It might have to be if the boy Boob here keeps letting the groom get away.
Did you get away, Shorty?
No.
He tried, but he didn't make it.
See, Uncle Jed, you got the giant brain on your side.
I'm afraid so.
Well, things are slightly out of order, but let's proceed. Will the bridesmaid and flower girl come take your places? Oh, very nice. Yes, right here beside the bride, Ellie Mae. You ready, Chief?
All ready.
Fine. Proceed, Chief.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to witness the joining together of this couple in happy wedlock. As I perform this ceremony, I'm struck by the thought that getting married is like opening a joint account at the Commerce Bank of Beverly Hills, where your savings earn a full 5%. And where...
All right, Chief. That will do.
But Granny wants to hear the words. They make her cry.
Them don't.
They certainly make me unhappy. Friends, let's take it again from the top. Everybody back to your places.
Can I stay and watch?
Of course. Chief, please, no commercials this time.
Well, okay, if you want the same old dull ceremony you've heard 100 times.
We do. Ready, Mr. Closet?
Ready?
Ready, Ellie Mae?
Ready.
Ready, Jethro?
Ready.
Well, the best man ever with the groom. Jethro, where's Shorty?
Well, I'll be doggone. He disappeared.
You done it again, Super Boob. You let yourself get outsmarted.
Did Shorty outsmart me?
No, the ape did.
Oh, that's good. Shorty, I gotta be careful of.
Where's Shorty? Don't tell me he's run away again.
I'm afraid so, Elverna.
Oh, I hope I won't appear oversensitive. But I'm beginning to get the suspicion that Shorty doesn't want to go through with this wedding.
Oh, no. He just got a bad case of what you call bridegroom jitters.
Worst I ever seen.
All right, let's get on with the wedding rehearsal. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to join this couple in happy wedlock.
Chief, don't you see who is handcuffed to the best man?
Personally, I see very little difference.
Oh, I'm never gonna get married.
Now, Berta, don't cry. Shorty will be here for the wedding, I promise. I know where he's headed, Miss Jane.
So do I. The secretarial pool.
He ain't had time to get far. Let's jump in your car and head him off.
My car's gone.
I know who done it.
Shall I call a cab?
No, it ain't far to the bank. You go in and comfort the bride. I'll fetch the groom home. Shorty! Shorty Kellum! What do you want? Shorty, you're getting married to Elverna Bradshaw in 24 hours. Now, why don't you just give up and face it?
Jed, I know my time's running out, but I ain't giving up hope. Say hello to hope.
I prepared a delicious meal for you, Shorty Kellums. Though goodness knows why I should.
Ain't every condemned man entitled to a last meal?
You keep talking that way and I might just call off our wedding.
Is that a promise?
That's insult number 2. Try to behave like a gentleman. I appeal to you as a man.
You don't even appeal to me as a woman.
That's number 3.
Now, how'd I have to go to reach a magic number?
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but we're getting married in the morning.
Doggone it. Hey, Jethro.
Hey, now listen, Shorty. You ain't tricking me again, so don't bother trying.
All I want you to do is just fetch over old Duke so I can give him a lunch.
You're gonna give that lunch to a dog?
No, I'm too nervous to eat. Besides, it's just a big old thick hunk of tender, juicy pot roast swimming in delicious brown gravy that you sop up with that fresh mouth watering cornbread.
Hey, that's too good for a hound dog. Let me eat.
Okay.
Boy, that smells good. Hey, I'm starving. Here.
Tough luck, Jethro. It won't go through the bars. Call Duke. I'll throw it out on the ground.
Oh, no, don't do that. I'll come in and get it. Shorty, do I have your word of honor that you won't leave this cage?
My word of honor, that is the last thing on my mind.
Okay. Shorty! You give me your word that leaving this cage was the last thing on your mind.
It is. First, last, and only thing. Go on, get rid.
Well, Chief, here's your deputy.
Some deputy. You were supposed to arrest Shorty if he came in the secretarial pool.
And you were supposed to give me a reward.
Okay. If Shorty shows up again and you arrest him and bring him here, you'll get your reward.
How much?
How does 50 sound to you?
It sounds beautiful.
Okay, that's your reward, 50.
Swell.
You're actually going to give her $50?
I never mentioned the word dollar. Her reward is a birthday cake.
A birthday?
When she's 50, she gets it.
Chief, you're rotten to the core.
Rotten, but rich.
Well, Shorty, I hope you had... Jethro,
Hi, Uncle Jed.
what are you doing in there?
Eating Duke's lunch. Well, it was Shorty's lunch, and he was going to give it to Duke, but I talked him into giving it to me.
Shorty outsmarted you again.
Well, maybe. This time we come out even. I outsmarted Duke.
Boy, you are one of a kind.
You betcha. I wasn't behind the door when the brains was passed out.
I wonder if you was even in the room.
Dad! Mr. Dad!
What's the matter?
Good news. Mr. Drysdale just called.
And that 3-day waiting law has been revoked.
Verna and Shorty can get married right away.
Shorty, darling, come on out, sweetheart. We're going to get married immediately. Angel! Honey lamb!
He's gone.
That little worm.
Mr. Clammett, Milburn Drysdale. You got my good news? Well, Shorty and Alverna can become bride and groom immediately.
Well, yes, sir, except for one thing. We ain't got no groom.
Don't worry about that. I've got him. He's sitting here handcuffed to my deputy. And listen, this time let's take no chances. We'll have the wedding right here in my office.
By doggies, that's a dandy idea. I'll get duded up and fetch a bride right over.
Miss Hathaway's already on her way to pick you up. Yes, I've even sent for the judge. This time there'll be no slip-up. See you here. Bye. Under no circumstances are you to unlock those handcuffs, understand?
Yes, sir.
Good.
How about my 50?
Don't worry, you make it.
Well, Gloria, I reckon this is it.
Yes. I'm sorry, Shorty.
Not as sorry as I am. We had as good times together.
We sure did.
How about one last dance?
I'd love it.
Come in. Judge Marshall should be here any minute. He's a very busy man, but as a favor to me, he's going to squeeze in this ceremony.
Well, we's mighty grateful to you for arranging everything.
My pleasure. Well, there you are, Judge Marshall. I'd like you to meet Jed Clampett, and this is the blushing bride, Alverna Bradshaw.
Mr. Drysdale says you're a busy man, Judge, so we're ready when you are.
Well, I'm afraid I'll have to come back. I don't have time to perform another wedding right now.
Another wedding?
Yes. I just married the happy couple in your office.
You two are married? That's right.
Shorty, kill him! You can't do this to me!
Werner, will you keep your voice down? We're on our honeymoon.
I want this marriage annulled immediately.
I'll see to it. Shorty.
What you on, Jed?
You know the code of the hill. Your promise to Alverna Bradshaw. Your marriage to Gloria's got to be annulled.
Okay, Jed.
When?
Oh, tomorrow. Right into lady.
Black hat, black boots, black belt. Bad news for the bad guys. Walker, Texas Ranger. Weeknights at 6 on the Hallmark Channel. Maxine's job is to keep families together,
In just a few minutes, you will be one big happy family.
including her own.
Mom, you have to stop. Stop what? I know you mean well, but you really have to let me grow up.
I thought I did that already.
Amy Brenneman and Tyne Daly in Judging Amy, Monday at 9 on Hallmark Channel.
Welcome back now. Cheers.
This has been a Film Waste.
Shorty? Shorty!
What you on, Jed?
You know you were supposed to marry Alverna here.
Yeah.
And why'd you let the judge marry the Gloria?
2 reasons, Jed. She's one, and she's the other.
I was too late. The judge had already left the building. But don't worry. I'll call his office. We'll get this marriage annulled.
Well, am I in time for the wedding?
You just missed it.
Oh, there, a bride shouldn't cry. A bride should be happy. She is. That's why I'm crying. Mr. Killens, excuse me, did you marry Gloria?
Yes, Mom. Come on, Gloria.
Hold on. Where do you think you're going?
You're getting mighty crowded in here for a honeymoon.
You ain't going on no honeymoon. You're going to have this wedding annulled.
Okay, Jed. Come on, Gloria.
Where do you think you're going now?
We're going to one of them nice annulment places like Hawaii or Paris.
You ain't going no place with this woman.
Can't help myself, Jed. We's handcuffed to one another.
Hathaway, unlock those stupid handcuffs. He's all yours, Mrs. Bradshaw.
All right, Shorty Kellums, let's go home.
Yeah, Werner? You ain't gonna lock me in the cage again, are you?
I am, and you're gonna stay there until we become Mr. and Mrs. Alverna Bradshaw.
I'll grab you along, Mrs. Bradshaw.
Doing you a favor unlocking these. Actually, I should handcuff you to your typewriter until the annulment. Now, back to your desk, Miss Buckles.
The name is Mrs. Kellums. And what makes you think I want an annulment?
Who cares what you want? I'm your boss.
And I'm Shorty's wife. And I think maybe I like it.
Do you realize I could fire you?
Go ahead. I have a husband to support me now.
Do you know what you need, young lady? You need a good old-fashioned paddling, and you're going to get it right now.
You're kidding.
Oh, no, I'm not. Mr. Clampett, give her a good old-fashioned paddling. I'll be washing up. And if she yells or screams, don't let her bother you. This washroom is soundproof.
Don't mind Mr. Drydale. He gets a mite worked up. So you think he'd like to stay married to Shorty, would you?
Well, let's face it. It's one way out of this detention home for underprivileged secretaries.
Well, I can't blame you for wanting to be married. A fine-looking young woman like you ought to have a husband.
Well, thank you. Those are the first kind words I've heard in this bank.
Sit down. Ever been back in the hills?
No.
Ever been on a farm?
No, I've been a city girl all my life.
Well, you know, Shorty's place back in the hills is sort of out in the country.
That sounds groovy. I've always wanted a country place.
Well, you might just gotten to it. Wouldn't you like to see what a farm is like before you pull up stakes and move back there?
Could I?
Yeah, we got a lot of land around our place. We put you up a small farmhouse and you can have a first-hand sample.
You'd go to all that trouble? Just for me?
Ain't no trouble at all. Glad to do it.
Gee, you're so nice. I don't know what to say.
No need to say nothing at all. Just come along. Now, don't go to crying.
I can't help it. You're the first man besides Shorty who's ever been kind to me.
Well, if a good cry will make you feel better, go on, get it out of your system. I'll be waiting.
And let that be a lesson to you.
Yes, sir, I understand. I'll tell him right away. Yes, sir. Bye. Something wrong, Ellie?
No, ma'am. Pa wants us to commence putting up the little old cabin out back.
The little old cabin, what for?
Pa says he's fetching home a girl to live in it.
Land sakes, he's gone and got himself married.
You reckon?
Of course. I've seen it happen before. Marriage is kitchen. He was standing there watching Shorty marry Alberna, and the fever struck him.
Hot diggity dog, I'm gonna have me a ma.
Wonder who he married.
Well, it must be a country girl, because he wants Jethro to get him some chickens and hogs and a cow right away.
Honeymoon couple's coming up the driveway.
Which one?
A Shorty and Alverna.
Oh, here. Grab rights, everybody. What's the matter, Alverna? You got married, didn't you?
He did. I didn't.
Alverna, there's no such thing as being half married. You gotta be husband and wife. You can't be husband and friend.
Don't be too sure, Granny. This here's Hollywood.
I'll explain later, Granny. Right now, I gotta lock this little twerp up in his cage. Come along, you miserable little weasel.
Yes, dear. Come in, dear.
They sure talk like husband and wife. Miss Jane, can you clear up this mystery?
I'd better let Mrs. Bradshaw do that. I have to hurry back to the bank.
I just plumb don't understand that marriage at all.
Like I said, Granny, this is Hollywood.
Look, here comes Pa with his bride.
Is Uncle Jed married?
That's right, boy. Happened real sudden.
Good thing we got plenty rice left.
Let's get ready to pelt him.
Congratulations, Uncle Jed. Congratulations. When I say congratulations, I really mean it. You sure got the best part of this deal.
Hold on now, hold on. Y'all are making a mistake.
What do you mean? You two got married, didn't you?
She did. I didn't.
Oh, no. Another Hollywood marriage?
Well, Granny, makes it look like home, ain't it?
Sure is, Jed. Just beautiful. Dogged if I can see how this is going to discourage Miss Gloria from wanting to live back in the hills.
Well, Granny, you got to remember she's a city girl. She ain't never been around chickens and pigs and goats and such.
There you are. She's going to fall in love with it.
And don't forget, she's also going to be digging in the dirt, milking the cow, slopping the hogs, and washing her clothes with homemade lye soap.
Jed, you was painting a picture of paradise.
What's paradise to you might not be to Miss Glory.
Hi, Ellie. Hi, Gloria.
Well, look who's here.
Howdy, Miss Gloria.
Hello.
Welcome to a back-in-the-woods farmhouse.
Shorty's house like this?
Oh, no. But the two of you can fix it up till it's pretty near this nice.
You're joking.
No, he ain't. It'll take a lot of work, but farm women get used to that.
Oh, look at the funny-looking dog.
Miss Gloria, that critter is what you call a hog.
Yeah, that's where you get ham and bacon and sausage.
Really? I get mine at the supermarket.
Oh, Jed, we've got our work cut out for us.
Yeah. I think maybe first off, Miss Gloria had best change into some work clothes.
Oh, I wear this dress to work.
Well, you won't when you live on the farm. Ellie may take her and get her into some back-home work duds.
Yes, ma'am, Granny. Come along, Miss Glory.
See you later.
Shorty, Mr. Drysdale and I have set the wheels in motion for the annulment.
Oh, that's good news, Hilbert. Let me out and we'll celebrate.
Not yet. I still don't trust you. Oh, but I brought you a magazine to help while away the time.
Horse breeding?
Exactly. After we're married, we're going to get rid of those moth-eaten mules on your farm and start raising thoroughbred racehorses.
Swell. I'll enjoy that. But what I'd really enjoy is some smooching. Let me out so I can give you a big old hug and a kiss.
Oh, we can do that through the bars.
Well, come here, baby.
Oh, that's enough.
Yeah, that did it.
Did what?
Well, fill me with ecstasy. Now, how about filling me some of them delicious victuals of yours?
I'll go stick something in the oven.
Make it your head.
What was that?
Oh, I said it's great to be fed.
Boy, Shorty, the way you swiped that key was really slick.
Oh, Jethro, did he take my key?
Ain't he something? You didn't know it, did you?
Let's have it. Well, put it here where it'll be out of the reach of pickpockets.
Thanks a lot, Jethro.
Well, you deserve to be praised. That was real slick. Hey, what's that magazine, huh?
Never mind. You're too young to see this.
Oh, one of those, huh?
Craziest magazine I ever seen.
Oh, come on, Shorty, let me see it.
Never mind, Jethro. I wouldn't dare let a magazine like this out of the cage.
Well, then I'll come in and see it.
Oh, no. It ain't for the eyes of a boy like you. Why, this picture'd drive you crazy. Prettiest filly I ever seen. Look at them beautiful legs.
I'm coming in.
Oh, is she built, and not a stitch on her. Oh, she sure looks like a fast one.
Let me see.
I dropped it.
I'll get it. This is a picture of a horse.
Yep, prettiest filly I ever seen.
Go on, you Shorty. Did you outsmart me again?
Why, no, Jethro, you outsmarted me.
Are you sure?
You wound up the magazine, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right, I did.
Go on, Jethro. Go on, Jody.
Really, May, are you sure this is what a farm wife wears?
It is back in the hills, yes, ma'am.
But why?
Well, first off, it's nice and warm. You see, a farm wife gets up at 4 o'clock.
Oh, wonderful. I love to sleep late.
Shorty, Alberta's cooked you up a... Jethro.
Hi, Uncle Jed.
So you let Shorty out?
Oh, no, sir. He let me in. I'd appreciate it if you'd unlock the cage.
I think maybe that's the best place for you. If you're in there, you can't let nobody out.
But, Uncle Jed, if you let me out, I'll help you find Shorty.
I don't think Shorty's going to stray far. We got the queen bee in the cabin.
Uncle Jed,
Now what, boy?
if you unlock the cage and step inside, I'll show you a racy magazine.
You got such a thing?
Right over yonder. Wait till you see the picture. Ooh-wee! Prettiest filly you ever seen. And boy, is she built. Not a stitch on her.
Never heard of a horse wearing clothes.
How could a big, dumb old hillbilly wheat-bender like him get the best of a giant brain like I got sitting up yonder? Hey, Cousin Bessie, come here, I want to talk to you. Now listen, up there on the limb of that tree is a key. Now if you get that key and unlock the cage, let me out, I'll give you a banana. Yeah, I got a banana here, and you can have it. You just get the key. Go, get it. Get it. That's it. That's it. Now, come on. Now, put the key in the lock and turn it. Remember, you're going to get a banana. Big old yellow rascal. Just right for eating. That's it. That's it. Now, take the lock out and open the door. Good. Good. That's fine. Hey, you're so smart. Here, I'll take this. You sit up here and eat your banana. So long, Cousin Bessie. Hey, now don't get uptight, baby. That's life. The smart takes away from the dumb. Anyway, you just a little old late. You done run up against a monster human brain. Excuse me for laughing, Bessie, but you sure fell for that banana trick.
Oh, good. You fetched around the cow.
Yep. Quick as Miss Glory tries her hand at milking, I'm going to hitch up the donkey and let her have a go at plowing.
She's a big, strong girl, Jed. Most likely do fine.
Here's Miss Glory, ready to commence learning her chores.
Fine and dandy. We'll take milking first.
What's this for?
Oh, that's to catch the milk. Now come on over to old Bossy the cow and we'll get started.
Okay. Hi, Bossy. Nice cow.
Miss Glory, this here is a donkey. They don't give milk.
Oh, what do they give?
Mostly trouble. This is a cow.
Now, Gloria, you sit on this stool and you put your bucket under there. That's where the milk comes out.
Hey, look at that. 4 faucets.
That's right. And you get milk from all of them.
Okay, Bossy. I'll have a quart of homogenized.
You're right, Granny. We got our work cut out for us.
Get up, Gloria. I'll show you how it's done.
Hey, Granny, you got any victuals in the cabin?
No, boy, and don't bother me. I'm busy.
Who let you out of the cage?
Nobody. I smarted my way out with the 6th grade educated brain.
Good. Who'd you outsmart?
Ellie's 8. I tricked him into thinking there was a banana in the cage. And when he come in to get it, I slipped out and locked him inside.
Outsmarting that ape is a real step forward for you.
Thank you. It made me awful hungry, though. It takes a lot to feed a giant brain like mine.
Oh, I know that. I'm afraid the only victuals is what Alverna's cooking in the kitchen.
Oh. Well, then I'll scamper back to the house. I'm starving.
Oh, well, you see what I fixed for you. Baked spare ribs and grits and some fresh fruit for... Good heavens! Don't tell me Shorty tricked you into opening this cage. And he's locked you inside and taken the key. Oh, you poor little dear. It isn't your fault. Here's a banana for you. Oh, wait till I get my hands on that slippery little eel.
There really was a banana in there. Hey, you give me that. That's mine. Well, and I'm coming in there and get it. That's mine, and I'm starving. Look who's laughing. I got the banana.
Honey, your curtains is up.
Oh, fine, Jed.
Well, how's Miss Glory doing with her chores?
Oh, she's strong and willing, Jed. She milked the cows, she slopped the hogs, she fed the goats, she cleaned the chicken pens, and now she's out there plowing and fertilizing.
Well, doggy, that girl has got grit.
Last time I seen her, she was covered with it.
Kid? Andy? Where is my big, beautiful doll?
You mean Alverna or Glory?
I said beautiful, Jed. That narrows it down to Glory.
She's out learning to do farm chores.
Oh, ain't that wonderful? What a wife she's gonna be. I done found me the perfect woman. She's beautiful. She's hardworking and she loves me.
I don't need to love you. Let's go.
Who's that poor old hag?
That's your big, beautiful doll.
That you, Gloria?
It's what's left of me.
Been learning chores, huh?
Yeah.
Good. Now you know what you can do with a farm.
I know what you can do with it.
Would you like to soak in a nice hot tub, Gloria?
Would I?
Well, here's the tub. All you have to do is heat the water and throw a cake of lye soap in it.
Isn't there a bathroom?
Oh, sure. Right through that door yonder.
This leads outside.
That's where it is.
That does it, Shorty. I'm sorry. I belong behind a desk, not a plow.
Shorty. Oh, there you are, Shorty. Mr. Drysdale just called. And he said since the license is made out to you and me, your marriage to Gloria is invalid.
Hallelujah.
Who is that?
My ex-wife. Miss Governor, did you ever fix me any victuals?
Yes, I got a Mormon in the oven.
Let's go.
Bye, Gloria. It was nice being married to you.
Who put you back in the cage, Shorty?
I put myself in, Jed.
Why?
Verna was commencing to look good to me.
See you later, Shorty.
Go on, Jed.
Black hat, black boots, black belt. Bad news for the bad guys. Walker, Texas Ranger. Weeknights at 6 on the Hallmark Channel.
You're here about Maggie May. I'm her daughter.
Daughter?
A family she never knew.
What if this woman really is my sister?
A life she never imagined.
You've turned into a real country girl.
A Hallmark Channel original movie. Melissa Gilbert, Lindsay Wagner, Thicker Than Water. Premieres tonight at 9 on the Hallmark Channel.
Welcome back now. Here.
Morning, Uncle Jed. Breakfast ready yet?
Ready not, boy. Granny ain't up yet.
Oh, Jethro! Granny's gone. Her bed ain't been slept in.
What?
She's plumb disappeared. Ain't no sign of her.
Reckon she went back to the hills with Alverna Bradshaw?
No, sir. I seen her after Miss Bradshaw left.
I'll bet she's been kidnapped.
Oh, Paul.
Oh, please don't let no harm come to my darling little Granny. That's real touching, boy.
Well, I sure don't want to have to eat Allie's cooking.
I think I know where she might be.
Where, Paul?
Well, ever since we put up the old cabin out back, Granny has had a certain look in her eyes. I'll bet you that's where we find her. Come on.
Morning, Mrs. Hogg. Mrs. Cow. Good morning, chickens.
Well, we kind of figured we'd find you out here.
Granny, did you spend the night in that little old cabin?
I did, and it was pure heaven.
Heaven? This little shack?
Jim, let's all move back in here where we belong and live the good life.
Granny, we ain't moving out of no 32-room mansion into this dump.
Something sure smells good.
I'm fixing fried ham, whole cakes, and gravy.
Uncle Jed, let's move in here and live the good life.
Please, super stomach, let me set the table first.
Paul, is we really gonna move into this little cabin, all four of us?
Well, if we don't, Granny ain't gonna give us no peace and no victuals.
Well, if you want to stay in the mansion, I'll cook for you.
Well, that's surpassing kind of you, Ellie.
Well, I need to practice.
True, true. But if we don't do like Granny wants, we ain't never gonna hear the last of it.
Where'll we sleep?
Well, you women folks can take the bedroom. Jethro and me will spread a blanket in front of the fireplace.
That floor's awful hard.
Well, it'll only be till Granny gets this notion out of her craw.
Oh, here you are.
Morning, Shorty.
Morning, Mr. Keller.
What you doing down here?
We's fixing to move into this little old cabin.
Everybody?
You're welcome to join us, Shorty. You can bed down on the floor with Jethro and me.
If it's all the same to you, I'd like to stay in the mansion.
Well, you'll be all alone.
I'll rough it.
You can manage that big old place all by yourself?
Jed, I used to run a hotel by myself.
Elver Bradshaw ain't here to cook for you no more.
I'll make out.
That big old mansion is likely to be kind of cold and lonely without a woman's touch.
Yeah, that's true. But I'll get along.
Okay, Shorty, place is yours.
It's a deal. Mademoiselles from Beverly Hills, parlez-vous. Moving here for fun and thrill. Party-boo. The food is good and the rooms is large, and if you're pretty, there is no charge. Hinky-dinky party-boo.
Excuse me, Chief. Several of the girls from the secretarial pool would like to take a little extra time at lunch to go and look at a new hotel for women.
The answer is no.
Oh, all they need is 15 minutes. They can take my car if you let them go.
The answer is no.
Some millionaire has donated his mansion as a hotel for young working girls, and the rates are fabulously cheap.
The answer is no.
It's located close to your house, and if you needed to have some dictation done some night, they'd be available.
The answer is no.
They'll work for nothing.
The answer is yes. You knew I'd give in. I'm just an old soft.
Yes, you're a regular marshmallow.
The rates are cheap, you say?
Yes, the girls think they'll be able to save at least $10 a week over what they're paying now.
$10 a week, say, that's a lot for a working girl.
Well, it certainly is.
The trouble is they'll squander it foolishly. I'll tell you what. I'll withhold $5 a week from each girl and put it in a special Christmas fund.
Well, that's marvelous.
You bet. I'll need all I can get next Christmas.
Wow, this really is a mansion.
Look at the beautiful grounds.
And the rates are so cheap.
I wonder what the catch is.
Hello, girls.
There's the catch.
Oh, Shorty's cute.
Yeah, he's fun.
Welcome to Shorty's Hotel for Women, where you live in luxury for $1 a day. And that includes private room and bath, delicious meals, maid service, laundry, swimming pool, tennis courts, croquet, and billiards.
For $1 a day? How can you do it?
Volume! Come on inside, look around.
Girls, look at this.
What a pad.
This is super. Loopy.
You ain't seen nothing yet. Step into the main ballroom. There's free entertainment in here every night.
Really? What kind of entertainment?
Music and dancing.
You have a dancing act?
4 girls and a fella.
Who are they?
You 4 and me.
Do you think we're going to be safe in this hotel of yours?
Oh, of course. If anybody gets out of line, just call for the house detective.
Where is he?
Right here.
Oh, girls, our lunch hour's almost gone.
We have to get back to the bank. Mr. Drysdale will be furious.
You can't leave yet. You ain't seen the place.
I'll phone Miss Hathaway. She's a good scout. She'll cover for us.
There's a phone in the lobby. No charge for local calls.
Mr. Drysdale's office. Oh, yes, Helen.
Helen who?
One of the girls is looking at the new hotel for women.
Tell them if they're not back here in 5 minutes, they're fired.
Chief,
Give me that phone. Where are you?
Just a moment, Mr. Drysdale, sir. Shorty, what's the address here?
I don't know. It's a Jed Clampett mansion.
It's the Jed Clampett mansion.
The Jed Clampett mansion? Mr. Clampett is the millionaire who donated his mansion for the hotel.
He probably realizes how oppressed and underpaid your secretaries are.
You think so?
Why else would he do it?
Helen, dear. Now, you girls take your time. In fact, why don't you take the rest of the day off? Miss Hathaway will do your work.
Oh, thanks.
And Helen, tell your landlord that I send him my very best. Goodbye.
Goodbye, sir, and thank you. Girls, we have the rest of the day off. Oh, and Shorty, Mr. Drysdale would like to send you his best.
I thought I had his best. But if he's got any better than you, tell him to send them over.
Hey, Uncle Jed, look what Granny's got me doing.
Good for her.
But I'm a sophisticated international playboy with a 6th grade education, a member of the Jet Set. Jet Setters don't slop hogs.
They don't, huh?
No, sir, no. We jets around betwixt Paris, Rome, and tequila, and drink Acapulcos.
You ain't never done none of them things.
I set on a jet. That makes me a jet setter.
Well, right now you're a hog slop. And after that, you're going to be a cow milker.
Please, Uncle Jed, let me move back into the mansion where I belong.
Who do your chores?
Oh, Ellie Mae just loves to do this here rube stuff.
Well, maybe Shorty is getting a mite lonesome up there all by himself.
Oh, I'll bet you he's just dying to have me join him.
Like that.
Stop by the bank and bring along the best of the rest. Remember, single girls only. And if they dance as close, they get a cut rate.
Hey, Shorty, where are you?
Who's that?
Ah, that's one of the hard help. They ain't supposed to be in the house. I'll get rid of them. See you later.
Oh, here you are, Shorty. Good news. I'm moving in with you.
That's good news. That's good news.
Hey, whose car's that?
Oh, Miss James.
What's she doing here?
Oh, she come by and offer me a job down at the bank working in the secretarial pool.
Hey, you staking it, ain't you?
No, I don't think so.
Shorty, that secretarial pool is full of pretty girls.
Yeah, that's the trouble, Jethro. I'm getting too old for that kind of nonsense.
I ain't. I'm just the right age for that kind of nonsense.
Yeah, oh, I wish I was young again like you.
Oh, come on, Shorty. Let me have the job. Huh, Shorty? Huh? Please? Huh, Shorty, please?
I don't know, Jethro. You'd likely get them girls stirred up to where they couldn't work. You're so doggone good looking.
I'll force myself to look homely. Look at that.
Well, maybe.
Oh, come on, Shorty, please, huh?
Well, okay.
Oh, thank you, Shorty, thank you.
When you get to the bank, just go right on in the secretarial pool. I'll arrange everything.
I really appreciate this, Shorty. And to prove it, I'm going to give you half everything I make.
Half or nothing. Big deal.
Chief, I questioned the rest of the girls in the secretarial pool, and 3 more of them qualify for Mr. Clabbett's hotel.
What do you mean qualify?
Well, it's restricted to single girls.
Say, that's a great idea. Let's see. That's a total of 7, $5 each. That's $35 a week. That makes over $1,800 a year for the Milburn Drysdale Christmas Fund.
Chief, you're not going to really deduct that money?
How long have you known me?
You're going to
Deduct that money. You bet.
Only one girl isn't interested.
Why not?
I'll let her explain. Come in, Miss Bell. Mr. Drysdale wants to know why you're not interested in the hotel for women.
Well, I live at home, so I wouldn't save anything.
Do you live in a mansion?
Of course not.
Do you ride to work in a limousine?
No, I ride the bus.
How much does it cost you?
50 cents a day.
That's $2.50 a week.
What are you getting at, Chief?
Well, I live next door to the Clampett mansion, and she can ride back and forth with me.
Gee, that'd be swell. I spend 2 hours a day on the bus.
Well, my limousine makes a trip in 5 minutes.
It would be fun living with the other girls in the secretarial pool. And in a mansion, too?
And it automatically qualifies you to participate in a special Christmas fund.
Wow!
You're making it unanimous, then?
All right, I'll give it a try.
That's a smart girl. You make a wise move.
Thank you.
How's Bossy doing?
Just fine, pal. She's gonna get pretty near a gal.
Oh, good. I fixed Granny's churn so we can have us some fresh butter.
Well, how's everybody out here?
Just fine and dandy. How's everything up to the mansion?
Great. Just great.
If you get lonesome, you can come get Bossy.
No, let Granny stay here. Oh, you mean this Bossy? Yeah.
Hello, Shorty.
Hi, Granny.
Well, finish your chores, everybody. Victuals will be ready soon.
Good. I'm going to need a lot of food.
How come?
Granny, he's feeding Jethro.
That's it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Well, you and Jethro come down in a half hour.
I'll take our victuals up to the mansion.
How come?
Granny, there wouldn't be room at our little table.
That's it.
Yeah, I forgot. The way Jethro eats, we could get elbow gored.
Yeah. I'll be back for our victuals. Bye.
Shorty seems to be getting along fine up at the mansion. I reckon him and Jethro thinks of things to do.
Well, 2 heads is better than 1.
Not when one of them's Jethro.
Gloria, I thought Shorty said we'd get free laundry service. Oh, I can't let that sweet little doll do our washing.
Tell me something. How come you and Shorty are so chummy?
Oh, didn't you know? Shorty and I were married.
Really?
Yeah, for about an hour.
Well, for Hollywood, I guess that isn't bad.
What you doing, girls?
Just finishing our laundry, Shorty.
I said I'd do that.
You can hang it up for us.
There's a dryer right in yonder.
Not for these dainty things.
Miss Dainty, ain't they? All right, you girls set the table in the main ballroom, and I'll hang this stuff up for you.
Thank you, you little doll.
You're welcome, you big doll.
Well, I'm glad to see you two are still friendly.
Oh, yeah, the marriage wasn't a success, but the separation's a ball.
Shorty, Granny says your victuals is...
What's all this? My laundry, kid. I just finished doing my washing.
This stuff belongs to you, does it?
This is what I call my dainty thing.
Sure is dainty, all right.
Yeah, real comfortable, though.
When did you take to wearing stuff like this?
Just since I come to Hollywood.
He seems to be considerably bigger than these others.
Yeah, well, them belongs to Jethro.
Jethro wears this stuff, too?
Yeah, looks great in him. You ought to see him.
Ain't so sure I'd like to.
You started to say something about victuals, Jed.
Yeah, Granny says it's ready whenever you want to come get 'em.
I'll go back with you right now.
So you and Jethro wears this stuff, huh?
Yeah, styles and men's clothes is changing.
They sure enough is.
You ought to slip into a pair of these. They feel real good next to your hide.
I believe I'll pass on that.
I know it's hard for a couple of old hay shakers like us to change our ways, Jed, but you gotta remember, this is Hollywood.
Well, hello, boy. Where you been?
Down to the bank?
You look mighty unhappy. Something wrong?
Yeah. I'm what you call uptight.
I wonder with what you're wearing.
I'll be right with you, Jed.
What's the matter with what I'm wearing?
Nothing. How'd the job go?
Oh, terrible. Wasn't nothing in that secretarial pool except married women. All them pretty single girls was gone.
Uh-oh. I bet they's all out with that new flu that's going around.
New flu?
Yeah, it only attacks single people. Jethro, you're single. You've been exposed to it. Sit down quick. Yeah, you got the first symptom.
My forehead ain't hot.
That's the first symptom, cool forehead. Close your eyes. That hurt?
Yeah.
That's the second symptom, tender nose. Keep your eyes closed. They could suffer permanent damage. Do you have a ringing in your ear?
Yeah.
That's the clincher. Come on, I gotta get you in a root cellar right quick.
The root cellar?
Yeah, you gotta stay in a cool, dark place, otherwise your eyes liable to be ruined. How'd you like your supper, girls?
Oh, it was good, but rather strange. Yes, I've never tasted anything like that before.
That was soul food, children. Soul food, just like we used to have down home. Who's that?
That's the gardener's half-wit nephew. I'll give it up. How about a little after-supper singing and dancing?
Oh, yes. What about the dishes?
Oh, leave 'em for the maid. Somebody turn on the record player. Let's start the fun.
Oh, good.
Excuse me a minute, darling. Keep your motor running.
Hey, Shorty, let me in. I want to meet them pretty girls.
What pretty girl?
The ones I seen sitting in the parlor.
I told you to stay in the root cellar or you'd ruin your eyes. What do you want?
I want in.
Can't you read? This is a hotel for women. No men allowed.
Them sure was fine victuals, Granny.
Just dandy. Sorry I didn't have enough for seconds, but Shorty toted most of it away. He must eat as much as Jethro.
No wonder he walks in his sleep.
Shorty?
Yes, sir. He asked me to come up to the mansion in the morning and make up all the beds. All the beds? Yes'm. Shorty says when he walks in his sleep, he might climb into 7 or 8 different beds and not even know it.
The man sure has been acting peculiar lately. Dressing peculiar, too.
What you mean?
He has took to wearing some mighty fancy underwear. Got Jethro wearing it, too.
Well, you know Jethro. Monkey see, monkey do.
Oh, howdy, ma'am. Hi, Dad. Jethro? Is that you?
Yes, sir. Guess you're wondering what I'm doing in this getup.
It just crossed my mind.
You see, if I don't dress like this, I can't get into Shorty's party.
Shorty got you wearing that?
Yes, sir.
Wait right here, boy. Shorty! Come out here on a double.
Oh, hi, Jed.
Hi.
Something wrong?
Yeah, that.
Say, she the big one, ain't she?
Yes, he is. That's Jethro.
No fooling. He don't look bad, does he?
I think he does. Boy, get out of them duds.
Oh, do I have to?
You do. Now get.
Doggone it, now I can't get into the park.
Shorty, commence packing. You're going back to the hills.
But, Jed, I got a good thing going in yonder.
Never mind. You do as I tell you. And let me give you some advice.
What's that?
Put on your long johns before you get back home.
What you mean?
It may be all right in Hollywood, but you wear that fancy underwear back in the hills and they'll ride you out of town on a rail. Thank you.
We're short of men.
I figured that.
Hey, Granny. Let's move back into the mansion. This rube living ain't for a sophisticated playboy like me.
Go get dressed and help your Uncle Jed with the chores.
But this'll ruin me with the international jet set.
Talk sense, boy.
Well, what if word was to get back to Princess Grace and Prince Reindeer?
Jethro! The whole mansion is full of girls.
What?
There's a different pretty girl sleeping in pretty near every room.
I'll get dressed and go investigate.
That seemed to wake him up.
Sure did.
You all stay here. Them girls might be dangerous.
Jethro, we'll all go together. Does that sign say hotel for women?
Sure enough does.
That's Shorty Kellum. Whilst we was living in the cabin, he must have sold the mansion.
You reckon that's what happened?
I'll go ask the girls.
Never mind. We'll ask Shorty.
But you can't do that, Granny. I'll send him back to the hills.
I'll go ask the girls.
Here comes Jed. Maybe he knows about this.
It'll be more reliable if I go ask the girls.
No, it won't.
But it'll be more fun.
Morning, everybody.
Morning, Pop. Did you see our big sign?
Well, I'll be doggone. So that's how Shorty got all them women to come over here.
How many girls do you reckon is staying in there?
I'll go count them.
Never mind, Jethro. We'll wait till they get up.
I wonder what time city girls get up.
I don't know.
I'll go find out.
Jethro, you stick with us.
I ain't scared of them little old girls.
Mighty brave, but you stick with us.
I'll finish fixing breakfast. Come on, everybody, to the kitchen.
Where do you think you're going?
If Granny's gonna fix breakfast, somebody's got to go wake the girls.
They likely got an alarm clock.
I'll go see.
Jethro? What are you fixing to have for breakfast, Granny?
I'm just wondering what them city girls would like to eat.
I'll go ask them. Well, you're always after me to do chores, and now that I'm willing, you won't let me.
What's going wrong with me?
Where are we going?
You'll find out.
I declare that Jethro has picked up Shorty's ways. Thank goodness he's gone back home.
Well, maybe he's just hiding in the root cellar again.
Maybe you're right. I'd best go check.
Granny, can I go ahead and start cooking breakfast?
No. No, Ellie, just make the coffee.
Yes, ma'am.
Ellie, on second thought, just boil some water.
Yes,
Ellie.
Yes, sir?
Try not to burn it.
Uncle Jed, I can't believe you'd lock your nephew in a cage like a wild animal.
It's true.
You done violated my constitutional rights. I'm gonna get me a lawyer and throw down on you with a subpoena.
Lots of luck.
I'm taking this case to the highest court in the land. I'll go even higher. Walter Cronkite's gonna hear about this.
Jim, do you reckon that Shorty Kellums could be hiding in the root cellar?
Now take a look.
Well, Uncle Jed sure put you in the right place.
He's gonna be sorry, though, because I'm going on a hunger strike.
Is that a fact?
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna waste away and die right here in this cage.
Well, that's too bad, because I was just fixing bacon and eggs, ham and grits, sausage and flapjacks, steak and fried taters, and fruit and cereal.
I'll have a double helping each.
What about your hunger strike?
You don't expect me to start that on an empty stomach.
True, girls, we really are living in a mansion.
When I woke up this morning, I thought it was all a dream.
Me too. The dreamiest part is that we get all of this for only $1 a day.
With meals and maid service.
Oh, that Shorty Kellums, what a doll. I smell fresh coffee.
Me too.
Let's get dressed and come downstairs and have breakfast. Wait a minute. Shorty said we get breakfast in bed. What if Shorty serves it? Let's get dressed and then come downstairs and have breakfast.
Morning, girls. Is everybody up?
No, just 3 of us so far.
Well, Granny asked me to find out how many for breakfast.
7 altogether.
That Granny's a great cook. She sure is.
Are you the maid who cleans our rooms and makes our beds?
Yes, ma'am. I told Mr. Kellums I'd do that.
And your father does the gardening?
That's right.
And Shorty said there was a half-wit nephew.
He must have meant Jethro. He's locked up in a cage out back.
Is he dangerous?
Well, only if you try to take his food away from him.
He won't be having breakfast with us, will he?
Oh, no, ma'am. He'll like eating his cake.
Good. Well, we'll wake the other girls and be down for breakfast.
Morning, Miss Hathaway.
Well, good morning, Chief. You're early.
Well, you know the old saying, early to bed and early to rise makes a man wealthy.
I believe that's healthy, wealthy, and wise.
Healthy and wise you can have. I'll take wealthy.
I hope you remember to bring Miss Bell with you this morning.
Who?
Jean Bell. She's employed here at the bank.
And I promise to bring her to work?
Oh, Chief, think back. She's the only member of the secretarial pool who didn't want to move into the Clampett mansion, and you wondered why.
Well, I live at home, so I wouldn't save anything.
Do you live in a mansion?
Of course not.
Do you ride to work in a limousine?
No, I ride the bus.
How much does it cost you?
50 cents a day.
That's $2.50 a week.
What are you getting at, Chief?
Well, I live next door to the Clampett mansion, and she can ride back and forth with me.
Gee, that'd be swell.
Oh, yes, I remember now. Gee, I'm sorry I forgot to pick her up. I could have collected that 50-cent bus fare.
Chief, you are a miserable man.
I am not. I'm as happy as a lark. Now, don't forget, I'm collecting $5 a week from each of those 7 secretaries. That makes over $1,800 a year for little old me.
You are just not to be believed.
Now, look, Jed Clampett is letting those girls live in his mansion for $1 a day. If he can be a philanthropist, so can I.
The only reason I continue to work for you is that when you finally get your comeuppance, I want to be there.
Big deal.
Chief, I think your comeuppance is about to come up. Miss Bell's brothers are here to see you.
Who?
Oh, you'll remember them when you see them. Come in, gentlemen.
Look, I don't want to be disturbed. I'm not into anybody. I'm not into anybody except these 2 gentlemen right here. Well, what can I do for you gentlemen?
You can tell us why our sister left home.
Your sister?
Jean Bell.
She works here, remember? She said you talked to her into moving away from home.
Oh, that? Well, yes, I did, but there was a reason.
We'd like to hear it.
Well, you see, she had a chance to move into this mansion.
Mansion?
Beautiful, luxurious. Believe me, your sister is living the life of a princess.
Who's the prince?
Oh, no. Nothing like that. You see, this is a hotel for women. All the single girls in my secretarial pool are staying there. Right, Miss Hathaway?
That is correct, gentlemen.
Each girl gets a private room with bath, meals, maid service, everything. And all for $1 a day.
$1 a day? In a mansion?
Am I right, Miss Hathaway?
Again, he is correct, gentlemen. You see, the mansion is owned by a truly exceptional man. He is enormously wealthy, but this has not affected his sense of values. He's simple, kind-hearted, generous, thoughtful. A true philanthropist in every...
Please, Miss Hathaway, that's enough about me. She forgot to add that I'm also very modest.
Earl, do you believe this story? Not a word of it.
Well, then I shall prove it to you. Miss Hathaway, call my hotel for women. Tell Miss Bell she need not come to work today. She can spend the whole day there.
Oh, but she...
Now! Do it quickly. Now, I have to be firm with some of my children. Now, I'm giving your sister the day off. And the two of you can go and see for yourselves the luxurious surroundings which I have so generously provided for her. There, now, there's the address of the mansion.
That seems fair enough.
Well, that's another of my qualities she left out. Modest and fair. Now, you'll find the family of retainers staying at the mansion, the Clampetts. Now, they do the gardening, the cooking, housekeeping. You'll find your sister is being waited on just hand and foot.
Really, Miss Hathaway? Oh, that's wonderful. Tell Mr. Drysdale thanks ever so much. Bye. Girls, you go on without me. I've got the day off.
Ain't you going to work, Miss Jean?
No, Mr. Drysdale gave me the day off. Can I help you make the beds?
Oh, done finished with that. Now I'm going to help Granny work in the garden and make soap.
Oh, can I help too?
You know how to make lye soap?
Sure. My mother used to make it down home.
Well, all right. But I'd best give you some old clothes to wear.
Fine.
Come on.
Okay, boy, I'm gonna let you out now.
It's too late for me to forgive you now, Uncle Jed.
Yeah?
Yes, sir. I've done been humiliated clean past what my sensitive nature can stand. You're gonna pay a terrible price for what you done to me.
What price is that?
You're gonna lose me. I'm running away from home.
Is that a fact?
Yes, sir. When animals is free to swing and human beings is locked in cages, well, that's all the hint I need.
So you're leaving home?
My pride demands it. So take a last look at your favorite nephew.
Okay, I took it.
This is goodbye, Uncle Jed.
Bye, boy.
We won't meet again till you see me on the other side.
The other side of what?
The table. I'll be home for supper.
Mr. Drysdale's done give Jean the day off, so she's going to help us with the chores.
Bless your heart. But I gotta warn you, making lye soap and digging in the garden and such ain't like secretary work.
Oh, I know that.
Jean says her ma used to make lye soap.
Is that a fact?
Yes, ma'am. She made soul food, too, but not as good as yours.
Oh, I have got a few cooking secrets.
Could you teach me the secret of those hog jaws and collard greens you made last night?
I'd be glad to. As soon as the other chores is done, we'll commence with the cooking lesson.
Oh, wonderful.
Ellie, you get the fire going under the soap kettle.
Yes, Ken.
I'm glad to see you wearing working duds. I ought to change out of my good clothes, too. I'll join you and Ellie out back.
Jean, have you ever seen a swinging cat?
Seen one. Honey, I swung with one.
Come meet Rusty and Duke, too.
Duke? That's the name of the cat I used to swing with.
My Duke's a dog.
So was mine.
This is it, Cookie. Hotel for women. Yeah, this really is a mansion. You can't blame Jean for wanting to live in a place like this.
Come in. boys.
How do you do?
I'm sorry to tell you, but this hotel is just for girls.
We know that. We just came here to see our sister, Jean Bell.
Oh, yeah, little Jeannie. Well, she ain't here in the house. She's out in the cabin out back.
Cabin?
Come on, I'll show you where she is.
You know, Jean, I think it needs more renderings.
I think you're right.
Well, Granny made chitlins this morning. I reckon there's a can of renderings in the cabin.
I'll stir while you look.
Yonder she is,
What is she doing?
making lye soap. When she's done with that, she's gonna do work in the garden, and then she's gonna get to the cooking.
Thanks very much. But don't tell our sister we were here.
Are you leaving already?
Yes, ma'am. We have to go talk to a bank president.
I know one. His name is Mr. Drysdale.
That's the one we're going to talk to.
Well, give him my love.
We'll do that. He's going to need all the love he can get.
How'd the lye soap turn out, Granny?
Oh, just dandy, Jed. That Jean Bell can make lye soap pert near as good as me.
Where is she?
Her and Ellie's out digging taters. They've already picked 2 bushels of collard greens, weeded the turnip patch, and hoed the beans.
Well, doggy. That little Jean is a dandy worker for a city girl.
Oh, Jed, she's a hill girl.
Howdy, Pop. You know Miss Jean Bell.
I sure do. Looks like you girls got a dandy mess of taters.
Yes, sir.
Granny, would you like for us to wash and peel them?
No, I'll do that. You 2 deserves a rest.
Hey, Jean, would you like to go for a swim?
Oh, that sounds great.
Well, come on. Be back directly, Granny.
Take your time.
Granny, would you show me how to make that possum pie you had last night?
You bet I will, darling.
Thank you, Granny.
I'll see who it is, Jean. Oh, howdy, Mr. Drysdale. Come on in.
Thank you, Ellie. Well, it looks like you've really taken advantage of your day off, Miss Bell.
Does that mean it's over?
Have your brothers come to see you?
No, sir.
Then it's not over. Enjoy yourself. Have fun.
Mr. Drysdale,
Yes.
wanna go swimming with us?
No, I'll get back to the bank. I just wanted to see how things look, and they look real good. Goodbye, girls.
He sure is a nice man to have for a boss, ain't
He is today. For some strange reason.
All right, Miss Hathaway, bring in your dictation book. We'll get... Who did this?
One of the 2 boys waiting in your office.
All right, who's a smart Alec who did this?
Me.
Oh, that was real smart, Alec. No, it's Earl, isn't it?
Right.
It's great printing, just great. What's the idea?
We went to see our sister.
Oh, good. Then you had a first-hand picture of the life she's leading.
Right.
You saw the palatial mansion?
Right.
You saw the luxurious surroundings?
Right.
You saw the lovely gardens, the beautiful swimming pool?
Right.
And you saw your sister enjoying all that?
Wrong.
Wrong?
Right.
When I saw her, she was having a ball.
You have a funny idea of how to have a ball.
Fella, something must be wrong.
Right.
Well, maybe you better go back and have another look.
Would you like to come with us?
Would you like me to come with you?
We would.
Then I'm coming with you.
Right on.
I'm ready for my cooking lesson, Granny.
Good. Here, put on this apron.
Do I get a cooking lesson too, Granny?
Well, darling, I think your talents run more in other directions.
Like scrapping.
Scrapping? Yeah, you know, like cutting up scraps to make quilts.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, thank you. I'd like to do that.
What shall I do first, Granny?
Well, you can come in fixing the dough to make the possum pie crust. Jed, can I see you for a minute?
Sure.
Jed, I got a problem.
What is it?
I am plumb out of salted down possums.
What you gonna do?
Well, them pet possums of Ellie's is nice and fat.
Oh, Granny, ain't putting Bonnie and Clyde in no pie.
But I promised Jean.
I tell you what, Jethro has just come back from running away, and him and me will take a ride out in the country and bring you back a brace of them.
Good.
Granny, want to show me what to cut up for quilt scraps?
Yes, darling. Jeannie, you can be simmering the hog dows.
All right, Granny.
Come on, darling. We'll go up to the attic and look for some material to do the quilting with.
Yes, ma'am.
Why are we coming out here? This is where the help lives.
Right. And our sister is it.
Oh, no. Your sister lives in the mansion.
We don't think so.
Gentlemen, believe me, something is wrong.
Right.
Now, you fellas go back to the bank and wait for me. I'll straighten this out.
Hi, Mr. Drysdale.
What are you doing?
Making possum pie.
You're not supposed to be doing this kind of work.
But I want to.
Nonsense. Now, go put on your good clothes. You're coming back to the bank.
Please let me stay and finish my possum pie, my hog jaws, and collard greens.
Nothing doing. You're coming with me.
Please, Mr. Drysdale. Please don't make me go back there.
You're going back where you belong, and that's that. I've had enough trouble with you. Come.
Where do you suppose he's taking her now? Let's follow him and find out. Right.
Please, Mr. Drysdale, I promised Granny.
Never mind what you promised, Granny. You're coming back to the secretarial pool where you belong. What do you think you're doing?
I'm staying right here until I explain to Granny.
Now, give me the key.
No, sir.
Okay, I'll call the locksmith.
Hey, Cookie and Earl, what are you doing here?
Looking for you. And Mr. Drysdale. Where is he now?
He just went into the mansion.
You can sit right here and cut your quilting blocks, honey.
Yes'm, Granny.
I'll go see how Jean's doing with the cooking.
Granny.
Mr. Drysdale, how'd you get in here?
Cookie and Earl put me in here.
Who are they?
Well, it's a long story, Granny. Can you get me out of here?
Sure. Where's the key?
I've got it.
Well, let's have it.
I can't. They made me swallow it.
Black hat, black boots, black belt. Bad news for the bad guys. Walker, Texas Ranger. Weeknights at 6 on the Hallmark Channel. In 1425, France needed a miracle. What it got was a warrior. Hallmark Channel presents Joan of Arc, the true story of a peasant girl who emerged to lead an army and change the course of history. Joan of Arc, Child of War, Soldier of God. Premieres Monday at 10 on Hallmark Channel.
Come back now, dear.
Again?
Paul! Guess who we just seen?
I'll tell him, Ellie. I seen him first.
You did not. I seen him first.
I seen him.
I did.
One of you please tell me?
I'll toss you first.
Don't you want? I'll toss you. There. Now I get to tell.
What's all the racket out here?
Ellie's about to tell me who she just seen.
Who, Ellie? The fellow that sold Paul Central Park. Honest John Schaefer.
Well, doggy.
You mean that Honest John is right here in Beverly Hills?
Yes, ma'am.
The most exciting news of the whole year. And that lummox lays there half asleep. Get up, lazy bones. Ellie just seen Honest John Schaefer.
Granny, I seen him too. I was driving the truck. Did you stop and talk to him?
No,
we
sir, we
couldn't.
didn't.
You tell him, Ellie. No more tossing.
Couldn't stop on account of the traffic. And by the time we drove around the block, he was gone.
We've got to find him.
That's the truth. Finest man I ever run into.
Salt of the earth.
He sure deserves that name, Honest John. He sold me Central Park, Statue of Liberty, Staten Island Ferry, Brooklyn Bridge, Empire State Building, and the Algonquin Hotel, all for $10,000. That's what I call a real bargain.
Then he turned around and gave you your money back.
I'll never forget our leave taking there in Central Park. What we're trying to say, Honest John, is that you're just about the nicest fellow we ever met. We're proud to know you.
Well, I gotta get going. Well, so long.
Oh, wait, here comes Granny. She'll want to tell you goodbye.
Goodbye? Is Honest John leaving?
Yeah, Granny. He's got to go to Chicago.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's been so nice knowing you. Take care of yourself, young fella.
Yeah, I will. Swell. Well, so long.
God bless you, son.
Look, folks, I got no use for this money. I mean, what's a few thousand for somebody like me? I'm loaded.
Well, I got plenty myself.
Give it to the Indians at the Algonquin.
He's one of nature's noblemen.
Well, leastwise we know he's here in Beverly Hills.
I sure wish we knowed where.
What do you want?
I'm looking for Flo Schaefer.
She moved to Australia.
Flo, it's me, Shifty.
Shifty, baby!
Oh, God.
What's the matter? Has the police got a tail on you?
No, just supposed to have it. Gee, it's good to see you again, you floozy.
It's good to see you, you louse.
Wedding ring? It's gone? Finally got a divorce, oh well. I can't blame you.
Are you kidding? Me divorce you? Never. I love you.
Oh, where's the ring?
I hocked it.
What'd you get?
$10.
Well, it's a clear profit. I stole it.
Oh, Shifty. We were such a great team. What split us up?
Your mother? Where is the old bat?
Please, honey. Mother's gone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. She'll be out in 6 months.
Look, honey, sit down. Something I gotta tell you, and I don't know how you're gonna take it.
Sounds serious.
It is. It's the toughest confession I ever had to make, and I know you're gonna hate me.
Shifty, I could never hate you. So you met a younger, prettier girl. You married her. You're a bigamist. So what? I forgive you.
No.
You didn't marry the girl. That's even worse. Don't worry about it. I still love you.
That's not it.
You've joined a mob. Gambling, girls, dope, rackets, everything. Relax, you're still my man.
That isn't it, honey.
Then what? Tell, baby.
Flo, I've gone straight. I've turned honest.
You dirty rat! Don't you touch me, you rat, you swine!
Baby, you don't...
Now I want a divorce.
Sweetheart.
You'll just be glad that Mother isn't here. She'd beat you to a pulp.
No! Let me at least tell you how it happened. What turned me honest?
I don't want to hear that kind of talk. Makes my flesh crawl. Get out!
Angel.
Get out! I can't stand the sight of you.
Oh, please, none of my friends will speak to me since I've turned honest.
Who can blame them? You're sick.
I know it, baby, and I need help.
Go to a head shrinker.
What? Can I go to a head shrinker and say, make me a crook?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe I can help you shake off this terrible hang-up.
I know you can, dear. I know you can. Because you're so completely rotten.
Thanks, doll. Yours did have a way with words.
Sure hope they find Honest John.
And fetch him home to stay with us.
Be honored to have a man like that under our roof.
He's a living saint.
I hope he ain't forgot about it.
They were rubes, hicks, yokels, pigeons to be plucked.
And millionaires?
Ah, it was beautiful. The perfect setup. For openers, I sold them Central Park.
You're kidding.
And collected the money in cash. Right there in the park.
Well, doggy, there's some big ones in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I still got me some walking around money.
Well, what do you say we get up and walk around a little? Before I was through, I sold them half of New York. Had the dough in my pocket and a plane ticket to Chicago.
So what happened?
And they got to me.
How?
Well, they're so kind, so sweet, so trusting, so honest, so sincere.
Stop that kind of talk. That's disgusting.
And anyway, that's when I went wrong.
Honey, there's only one way to cure your sickness. You gotta find those hillbillies and take them.
I'm no match for them, Flo. They're too honorable, too loving, too warm, too tender, generous, trusting.
Not again. I'm gonna make you wash your mouth out with soap.
Maybe I can con somebody else, but...
It's gotta be those hillbillies. As my father used to say, if you fall off a horse, you gotta get back on and ride that same horse again.
And he should know. He was the greatest jockey ever to throw a race.
Now, hop on a plane, go to New York, and do as I tell you.
Okay, if I... Wait a minute. They're here. They live here.
In Beverly Hills?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Find them, fool them, fleece them, and forget them.
I'll do it for you, Flo. I'll lie, I'll cheat, I'll steal, I'll con them out of every penny they got.
That's the way to talk, champ.
You know what I'll do? I'll show them no mercy. I'll be cruel, ruthless. I'll leave them starving and destitute. I'll destroy them. I'll be an absolute beast.
How can you help but love a doll like that?
On the way I'm back, just made my first heist.
Oh, wonderful. Who'd you clip?
You, here's your necklace.
Oh, beautiful,
Isn't
Shifty.
that
Beautiful.
The earrings I'll keep.
Did the young'uns fetch Honest John home?
Not yet, but I see you're ready for him.
Well, he always did admire my appearance, Jed. Couldn't get over how young I looked. He was well named, Honest John.
I just thought of an idea how we might get in touch with him.
Good.
Remember what close friends he was with the New York police?
They met him at the airport and took him to the station to visit with them.
And they fetched him Central Park in their own car.
Remember, we're giving you 24 hours. So long, pals. Call me anytime. Thanks for the lift. Glad to see you, Mr. Clampett.
What did that policeman mean?
What did you hear?
Well, he said they was going to give you 24 hours.
Oh, that, yes. Well, you see, ordinarily, New York closes promptly at 9 p.m. Lights out. However, due to my influence, I have persuaded the police to leave the city open for 24 hours so that you may see it at night.
Is that a fact?
Times Square, Broadway, 42nd Street. All the famous thoroughfares will be lit up just for you.
He sure kept his promise.
That night when we flew out of New York, I never seen so many bright lights in my born days.
That's our plan to locate him. If he's that friendly with the New York police, chances are he's got some friends in uniform out here.
Good thinking, Jed.
So I'm going to call the station and ask them, have they seen Honest John Schaefer?
Honest John!
Ellie Mae!
Oh, I'm not Ellie Mae. I'm Granny.
Oh, I'll have to take your word for it. To me, you're identical twins. It's good to see you.
Well, Honest John, this is a great pleasure.
The pleasure is mine, dear friend. Ah, how often I thought of those wonderful times we had together in New York.
You know, I still feel bad about you giving the money back for all that real estate that we bought from you.
Tut, forget it. Our friendship transcends mere money.
Well, that may well be, but I'd like you to have...
Something wrong, Jed?
I lost my walking around money.
Could this be it?
Where did you get that?
I found it outside on the stoop.
Oh, is Jethro back?
No, dear friend, I meant the little porch out front.
Doggies, I must have lost it when I was out there pumping my grinding wheel.
Well, here you are, safe and sound.
Anybody but Honest John would have kept it.
That's the truth. Matter of fact, I'd like him to keep it.
Wouldn't think of it, dear friend.
Well, then by rights, Central Park and all them other things still belongs to you.
Oh, well, I'll donate that to the city of New York so that everyone may enjoy them free.
You hear that, Granny?
The man's got a heart as big as all outdoors.
Which reminds me, I brought you a little gift.
Oh, Jed, look. Beautiful earrings.
They belong to my mother.
Man's paying you a great honor, Granny.
I'm afraid I'm going to bawl.
No tears. This is a happy occasion, a joyous reunion.
You're right. I'll go out to the kitchen and put on some coffee.
All right.
Well, Honest John, what brings you to Los Angeles?
I'm here to perform a service for humanity.
Well, that figures, but what is it?
Mr. Clampett, what would you say is the greatest problem facing the citizens of this community?
Well, I'd have to say it was the smog.
The smog. Precisely why I'm here. The smog.
You like it?
Oh, no. I have a plan to get rid of it.
Well, that sure would be a great blessing.
Well, I plan to drill an enormous shaft through the San Bernardino Mountains, install a huge fan, and draw the smog away.
That's likely to cost a heap of money.
Yeah, I have pledged my wealth, my sacred honor, to the completion of this humanitarian project.
And if I know you, you will haul off and give the whole thing to the city of Los Angeles.
Well, I plan to spread it around. Los Angeles will get the mountains. Burbank and Pasadena will get the giant fan.
Who's going to get the share?
Glad you asked me.
Wouldn't you know that this blessed saint of a man sitting here is the man that's going to get rid of the smog for us?
Isn't it going to cost you a fortune to drill that big hole through the mountain?
Well, the fan alone took all of my cash resources, but I'll raise more.
Why don't you let me chip in some?
Jed's got better than 90 million laying in the bank.
No, please. I'll raise the money. I'll sell my war medals, my Nobel Peace Prize. As a last resort, I could always get $20 a pint for my blood.
I can't let you do that, Honest John.
Please, let Jed help you.
I do hate to part with my war medals.
What do you figure it'll cost to finish up the job?
$15, $20 million?
Well, I'll just call Mr. Drysdale and have him write you out a check for $20 million.
Yeah, no checks.
Why not?
Well, names must appear on checks, and people find out who their benefactor is, and well, charity is only beautiful when it's anonymous.
Anon what?
Anonymous. Unknown. That's why I'm financing this entire project in cash.
Well, I know from experience that Mr. Drysdale don't keep $20 million in cash in his bank, but I'll get you what he's got.
No, please, forget it. He'll ask questions. You'll have to tell him what it's for. The secret will be out, and the whole project will lose its charm and beauty.
I don't have to tell him nothing. It's my money.
You do make it hard for me to say no.
I won't take no for an answer. You wait right here. I'll be back in a flash with the cash.
Well, here it is, Mr. Clampett. This is all the cash in the bank that could be spared at this time. It's more than $500,000.
Thank you, Miss Dean. I reckon that ought to get us started.
Us? What us? Who's us?
Sorry, Mr. Drysdale, I just can't tell you.
Well, at least you can tell me what you're going to do with it.
I done explained to you this is a secret project. Mr. Drysdale, don't behave like that.
Unless you tell me what it's for, you're not taking one penny of my money.
This is Mr. Clampett's money. He has a right to withdraw it.
Well, yes, but make him tell me what he's going to do with it, please.
Mr. Clampett, perhaps you could tell him just enough to alleviate his suffering. I'm afraid he's having acute withdrawal symptoms.
Well, I reckon it wouldn't do no harm to say that this money's going to be used for drilling.
Drilling? Where?
I don't believe I better say no more.
Then I'm not letting go.
I'm ashamed of you.
Mr. Drysdale, you promised to keep it an absolute secret.
may interest rates drop.
For him, that is a sacred oath.
All right. It's the San Bernardino Mountains, and that's all I'm going to say.
That old mountain gold is found oil again. Call my real estate broker. How'd you start buying up the San Bernardino Mountain?
Miss Jane says it's better than $500,000 in there. Of course, I ain't counted it.
Who cares? If we can't trust one another, where's the joy of life?
Mr. Schaefer!
See, Granny? I told you I could bomb him with brainwaves and ESP him here.
Hiya, Jethro.
Gee, it's sure good to shake your hand again.
I see you still have the grip of a gorilla.
Yeah, but our brains ain't the same.
Oh, that's all right, Jethro. Yours will do. Well, must be all friends.
What's in the sack?
Better than $500,000 in cash.
And you know what Honest John is going to do with it? He's going to commence getting rid of our smog.
Hey, that's great.
Isn't that wonderful?
There's only one way to put it. The man is a living saint. Bless you, Honest John.
And thank you for saving all the little critters and birds.
And thank you for saving the young'uns and old folks that couldn't hardly breathe no more.
And the trees and the flowers that die in air pollution. They thank you, too.
Well, tell them they're welcome. Well, I'll be gone now.
Jethro, heft that money on the truck and take Honest John wherever he wants to go.
Yes, sir, Uncle Jed.
Too bad you can't move in and stay with us. It would be a joy and an honor.
Well, next time maybe. Well, glad to see you.
Remember, there is plenty more money where that come from whenever you need it.
Swell.
Little critters, you thank Honest John for saving your lives.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Let's get out of here, Jethro.
A shaft through the mountains to blow away the smog. That's beautiful, Shifty, beautiful. Where'd you stash the money?
Oh, I wish you could have been there to see me work, Flo. I've never been better.
I told you could make a comeback, Chad. Where'd you stash the money?
I was brilliant. It was like taking candy away from a baby.
Where'd you stash the candy?
It was a classic cape. A textbook con job.
Where's the $500,000?
Don't worry about it.
I like to worry. Where is it?
I gave it back.
I didn't hear right. You didn't say I gave it back.
That's what I said. And that's what I did.
Come to my arms, baby.
I don't feel romantic right now, honey.
Neither do I. I'm gonna break every bone in your body.
They couldn't help myself. They were so trusting, so honest, so...
Oh, that's
Flo! Flo!
Slow! What do you mean slow? I don't slow you!
Slow, funny.
I don't care!
Flo!
You're going to be in the way of your whole life! Listen, I'll show you this! It's crazy! Get out of
Black hat, black boots, black belt. Bad news for the bad guys. Walker, Texas Ranger. Weeknights at 6 on the Hallmark Channel.
Night falls. Darkness closes in. A mystery unfolds. Hallmark Channel introduces a series of original movies. Kelly Martin as Mystery Woman. John Larroquette as McBride. And Leah Thompson as Jane Doe. The Hallmark Channel Mystery Movie. Fridays at 9.
Y'all come back now. Here.
Jed, ain't it a blessing to know that in a short time, all the smog in Los Angeles will be gone?
It is for a fact. And all thanks to Honest John Schaefer.
Wonder why nobody thought of his idea before.
It's simple enough. Just drill a big shaft through the mountain, put in a giant fan, and suck away all the smog.
Leave it to Honest John.
Of course, he said himself he feels kind of responsible for the smog.
Why?
Well, you see, The San Bernardino Mountains that holds all the smog in what they call the Los Angeles Basin belongs to Honest John.
Well, I'll be switched.
See, on his mother's side, he comes from an old Spanish family, the Bernardinos.
Well, there's one thing for sure. If Honest John says he's going to get rid of the smog, you can have confidence.
That's the truth. Well, even back in New York, the police said he's one of the greatest confidence men in the country.
The man's a living saint.
Ellie Mae, what are you doing with Honest John's money?
That's the $500,000 in cash your pa gave him to commence drilling.
I know, but Jethro said Honest John sent it back. He wouldn't keep it.
$500,000 in cash, in your hand, and you gave it back.
Flo, you don't know these people.
What's to know? They're rich. They're dumb. They're pigeons.
They're beautiful, Flo. Kind, trusting, sweet, simple, honest.
I warned you not to use that kind of language in front of me.
Let's face it. I'm a failure. If you want a divorce, I don't blame you.
Now, Shifty.
Look, I'm a lousy husband. When you needed me most, when you depended upon me, what did I do? I turned honest.
Anybody can slip.
You didn't, Flo. You haven't changed since the day I married you. You're still the same girl. Deceitful, crooked, sensational pickpocket. Fabulous shoplifter. Drive a great getaway car.
Maybe we could work together again. Team up like in the old days.
Would you, Flo? Please? You gotta help me rebuild my character.
It's hard to say no to you, Shifty.
Come on, baby. Let's seal it with a kiss. Put those purse-snatching arms around me, and let me feel those lying lips on mine.
Excuse me, Chief. Your real estate broker's here to see you.
Oh, good, good. Come in, Fred. You may go, Miss Hathaway.
Mr. Drysdale, have you lost your mind buying all that land up in the San Bernardino Mountains?
Now, listen, Fred. You may go, Miss Big Ears. Now, listen, Fred. Just follow instructions.
But you could bankrupt yourself buying all that wasteland. There's nothing up there except skunks, bobcats, and rattlesnakes.
On top, but underneath there's oil.
Oil? In the San Bernardino Mountains?
Do you want to start a land rush?
Well, what makes you think there's oil up there?
Have you ever heard of Jed Clampett?
Yeah.
Well, he found oil in the hills back at home, and now he's found oil in the hills out here.
Well, has he drilled a test well yet?
He doesn't have to. He shoots a bullet in the ground, and up comes the oil.
Well, if I were you, I'd get a geologist's report.
Nuts to that. Then everybody will get in on it. This is my oil field.
Yeah, but do you realize there's hundreds of thousands of acres up in the San Bernardino Mountains? You can't buy it all.
You're right. I'll have to pinpoint the drilling site. Miss Hathaway!
Yes?
I have a little detective job for you. Now, I want you to find out exactly where Jed Clampett and his mysterious partner plan to drill. Then I'll buy the land.
Chief, Mr. Clampett is your friend. Your largest depositor, your benefactor. How can you undercut him?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. How?
I refuse to take any part of your nefarious schemes.
Then you're fired.
I quit.
Oh, no, you don't. I fired you.
Very well, that way I get severance pay.
You're not fired. Now, quit.
On second thought, I think I'll stay around and see what happens.
Okay, and get up to the Clampers and find out where they're going to drill. There'll be a big, fat reward in it for you.
My reward will be seeing you get the reward you deserve for your greed and avarice.
Yeah, it should run into millions.
Say, Shifty, why do I have to wear this outfit?
Because I told the Clampetts my mother was Spanish.
Why can't I be your wife?
They don't think I'm married, and besides, they love you. They're big mother people.
Shifty, I don't even speak the language. What if they say something to me in Spanish?
Are you kidding? They can barely speak English. You're beautiful. Let's go. Ole! Is this beautiful? Is this a mansion? Is this a layout?
Fidel, there's a wall safe behind this mirror.
Forget it, Flo.
Uh-huh, just as I thought. Get me the sandpaper, baby.
Flo, forget it.
Well, I can crack it in 30 seconds. It's a coffee can.
Oh, you don't have to steal from these people. They give it to you. They force it on you. Now, behave yourself or you'll blow the whole caper. You nut. you have it? Oh, dear friend. I have the honor and privilege of presenting my sainted mother, Ana Maria Fernandez Barcelona San Bernardino y Schaefer.
Howdy, Sam.
With pleasure to meet you.
Iguana.
She said the pleasure is hers. Iguana means pleasure in Spanish. Mother speaks almost knowing.
Well, we'd be mighty iguana to have you all move in and stay a while.
He said, su povo de hacienda Cesar Romero la cucuracha la clampen. Iguana. His mother said.
Oh, we caught that. Ellie, show these folks the 2 nicest rooms in the house.
Sure will, Granny. Y'all follow me upstairs.
Fala das pueblos al centro tequila las clampets Rio Grande.
Iguana.
Not only does she speak no English, she speaks very little Spanish.
Be a violation of any trust if you were to tell me where you plan to start to drill?
Well, like I told Mr. Drysdale, all I know is there's someplace in the San Bernardino Mountains.
Well, can't you localize it any more than that?
No, ma'am, I'm sorry. If I knowed any more, it'd be a real iguana to tell you.
A real what?
Iguana. It means pleasure. My partner's Spanish mama uses a lot of iguanas.
Aren't they members of the reptile family?
No, ma'am, there's Bernardinos on her side.
Well, Miss Jane.
Oh, Granny, nice to see you.
The iguana is mine.
Granny and me is catching on to that Spanish real good.
Would you like to stay and have victuals with Jed's secret partner and his mama?
Granny, if Miss Jane met my secret partner, he wouldn't be secret no more.
True.
I'll do this for you, Miss Jane. I'll go ask him where in the mountains we're going to drill.
Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Clampett.
Come and sit down, Miss Jane.
Oh.
Ain't it exciting about the smog?
Smog?
Ain't you heard? We's getting rid of it.
Wonderful. How?
Well, Jed and his secret partner is drilling a great big tunnel through the San Bernardino Mountains and gonna pull away the smog.
That's the drilling Mr. Clampett needed the money for?
He drew $500,000 out of Mr. Drysdale's bank.
No oil or anything like that, just a tunnel.
That's right.
Oh, that's marvelous. That is just marvelous.
Ain't it a great idea?
Well, it's interesting. I trust that Mr. Clampett's secret partner is a qualified engineer.
Oh, I don't think they's gonna run a train through the tunnel. Just smog.
Oh, this is beautiful. This is sublime justice. Greed and avarice will reap their just rewards, and I shall be there to see it.
Miss Jane, the drilling's going to be through San Gorgonio Mountain.
Mr. Clampett, you have made me the happiest woman in all the world. Bless you. Bless you.
What was that all about?
I told her we was getting rid of the smog.
Well, if it pleases the rest of the folks much as it does her, Los Angeles is going to be one mighty happy town.
She did seem really iguanid.
Keep your hands off that safe.
Get uptight. I just want to keep in practice.
Practice later. We can take these clowns for millions. Just... dear friend. Thank you for entering at this moment. You have just saved me from a terrible tongue lashing.
Who from?
Sierra Madre here, my blessed mother. When I told her I had refused the gift of money my host had so graciously offered me, her Spanish temper flared and she scolded me mercilessly. She said it was tacos. That means rude.
Well, I wouldn't go so far as to say you was tacos, but I think you ought to take the money.
Yeah, and it's still here, right out in the kitchen.
Tell your mama. That ought to make her happy.
Sierra Madre escondido avocado a la kitchen.
Tortilla.
That means marvelous.
Good. Let's go get it.
Yes. Good boy. Ellie Mae, what are you doing?
I'm learning Virgil to put money in the bank.
Money?
Yes, sir, Mr. Honest John. Just watch him. He's real clever. Come on, Virgil.
Oh, coins. Beautiful. Very interesting.
Ellie Mae, that bird of yours didn't stuff $500,000 into something, did he?
No, sir, Paul.
Well, it's gone.
Oy vey.
Oy vey. That means unbelievable. Mother was referring to the trick that this bird just performed. Very oy vey.
But where is the money, Ellie? Well, Jethro got the truck fixed, so he come in and got the money and went to look for Mr. Honest John.
Oy vey.
I think you'll find Jethro is the most oy vey boy that ever lived.
Well, y'all excuse us, because me and Virgil's going outside.
Well, don't worry, everybody. I'll just go down to Mr. Drysdale's bank and draw out another sack of money.
Tell your mama the good news.
Sierra Madre, Senor Clampett, Tijuana El Banco Escondido Avocado.
Ah, tortilla.
Escondido avocado. That must mean money.
Exactly. Say, you're picking up the language beautifully.
Yeah, thank you. Would you and your mama like to come down to the bank with me?
Tortilla.
Buzz, el banjo, la pistola, reconocito, el resto, stupido.
Honest, John, I don't know what you're saying to your mama, but from the tone of your voice, it sounds real tacos.
Yes, I'm afraid I inherited a bit of her fiery Spanish temper. El forgivo, Sierra Madre.
Guadalajara.
Oh, that's one of the beautiful Spanish words. It literally means she loves me. She forgives me.
Mighty pretty language. Well, I'll go down and get all the Escondido avocado Mr. Drysdale's got.
I'll give him victuals, Jed.
Good, Granny. Y'all iguana yourselves.
Honest, John, ask your mama how she'd like some owl gizzards and some pickled skunk shanks.
El Hungrito?
Yuck.
Well, it loses something in the translation, but that means we're both on a diet.
Fred? Yeah, Mr. Drysdale? I've got it pinpointed. The drilling site. Mount San Gorgonio. There's no oil there. That's nothing but a great big pile of stone. What are you, a geologist or a real estate broker?
Well, we did a little better this time, Mr. Clampett. $700,000 in cash.
Thank you, Miss Jane.
Wait a minute. What's this for?
We needed to commence drilling.
Not on my land.
Whose land?
My land is your land.
It ain't my land, so it ain't your land either.
Oh, please, Mr. Clampett, don't start drilling yet.
Why not?
Well, it's the rainy season. You might get wet.
Dry as a bone out there.
Will you die of thirst?
Drysdale, I'm in a hurry. Now get off of my Escondido avocado.
No.
You're acting awful tacos. You could be more, tortilla.
Tortilla?
Yeah, it's a good thing Granny ain't here to see him.
I believe you're talking about a thin, crusty corn product.
That's Granny. Good thing she ain't here to see how you're acting. But anyway, I Guadalajara ya.
What are you reading, Honest John?
What? Oh, this is a travel folder, Brandy. I plan to take Mother on a trip as soon as we finish our caper.
Paper?
A Spanish delicacy made of wine and olives.
Well, I'm glad to hear that your appetite is coming back. I fetched you a whole basket full of goodies from my root cellar.
I'm really not hungry.
You will be when you know what I got. I got groundhog meatballs, beaver tail fried in possum fat, and a roast breast of buzzard.
Give you my word, I couldn't eat a bite.
Oh, I know what will tantalize that finicky appetite of yours. I'll fetch you some goat cheese.
No, thanks.
It won't take a minute. I got it in the wall safe in the front hall.
You keep it wet?
In the wall safe behind the mirror in the front hall.
And you keep goat cheese in it?
Well, I used to keep it in my root cellar, but the Board of Health made me take it out. The neighbors got to complaining. It's awful ripe.
Where's Flo?
Flo?
A Spanish term of endearment. I have many such for my mother.
Well, I don't know where your mama is.
I think I do. I knew you'd be here. Listen, I want Flo. Flo. What is it? Flo. Flo, what?
What happened to your mama?
She fainted. Very delicate lady. Spanish aristocracy.
I'll get my medical bag. I'm a doctor, you know.
Flo. Come on, Flo. Hey, snap out of it. Flo!
I got something in here that'll fetch her around.
Wait a minute. What is it you've given my mother? Oh, what?
Don't worry, it'll make her feel a guano.
Holy cow! A very religious woman, my mother. You see, in Spain, the cow is sacred. The bulls, they don't treat too well.
Tell her to take it easy with that stuff, Honest John. That's for medicinal purposes only.
Well, here's your escondida avocado. What's the matter with your mama?
She fainted, but the doctor here revived her.
She's got thin Spanish blood, Jed. High-born, you know.
Well, here's $700,000 for you to commence drilling.
Beautiful. You're a beautiful man.
You're right, tortilla yourself.
Honest John, would you tell your mama that I'm going to take her outside for a breath of fresh air?
Sierra Madre, la gringo doctor, adobe, enchilada. We'll be on our way if you don't. Hey, it's heavy, isn't it?
Well, I'll have Jethro heft that on the truck for you quick as he gets home.
I don't think we better wait. You see, smog is getting worse. People are coughing. Time is of the essence. I'll call a cab. Okay, baby. Here it is. Let's blow. Driver, give me a hand with the bag.
No! This belongs to the sweetest people in the whole world. And you're not going to take it from them.
Blow.
Sierra Madre to you.
Oh, boy.
Those sweet people in there never gave us anything but iguana. And now you want to be tacos. I'll never Guadalajara you again. You bum.
Are you folks still here?
Unfortunately.
Why's your mama crying?
Homesick. Homesick for the place of her birth.
Jersey City.
A quaint little hamlet nestled in the hills above Barcelona. Sierra Madre. El pronto el lembo, eh?
Don't forget your escondido avocado.
No escondido avocado.
What?
Oh, well, Mother's had a change of heart. She would not allow me to take your money.
Well, what about the smog?
Yeah, I'm going to keep working on that. Well, driver, let's go. Here we go. To the hills above Barcelona.
Oh, Jed, they forgot the money.
Sierra Madre wouldn't take it. She was awful homesick and anxious to get back to Spain and visit Jersey City.
That's sweet. Did you know that cows were sacred there?
In Jersey City?
All over Spain.
Well, doggy.
Yonder comes Miss Jane and Mr. Drysdale.
Howdy, folks. Too bad you didn't get here much sooner.
Yeah, you could have met Jed's partner in her Sierra Madre.
Sierra Madre is a mother mountain.
Well, she was kind of stout, but I wouldn't go that far.
Mr. Clampett, I have some news for you. I now own practically all of San Gorgonio Mountain.
Is that a fact?
Yes, he had to mortgage everything, even borrow money from several rival banks at 9% interest.
That's not important. The important thing is that if Mr. Clampett and his secret partner want to drill for oil, they have to lease the land from me.
We ain't gonna drill for oil.
You ain't?
They just drilling a great big tunnel through the mountain to suck out the smog.
Mom?
I best fetch my medical bag. I think he's gonna faint.
Likely he's got thin blood, like Sierra Madre. But don't you worry. Granny will have you feeling iguana in no time.
Iguana is a great big lizard.
Oh, ma'am, it's a big pleasure.
Well, let me say it is a real iguana to see the chief in this condition.
Weeknights on Hallmark. Watch great stories
I'm an angel.
and witness the miracles. Touched by an Angel. Weeknights at 8 on the Hallmark Channel.
Everything we found indicates that he's the one. Can you help me?
For top defense attorney Mike McBride, there's more to this case than meets the eye. See John LaRoquette in the Hallmark Channel mystery movie, McBride, The Chameleon Murder, Friday night at 9. Only on the Hallmark Channel.
Y'all come back now. Cheers.
This has been a Film Waste press.